Canada plans to accept more than 20,000 vulnerable Afghans, including women leaders, human rights workers and reporters, to protect them from Taliban reprisals.
Here's a summary of the article.
People are silhouetted in front of the Canadian national flag at the Palais des Congrès in Montreal, Quebec, Canada, October 21, 2019. Reuters, Stéphane Mahay, Ottawa, August 13. Canada plans to resettle more than 20,000 vulnerable Afghans, including women leaders, human rights workers and reporters, to protect them from Taliban reprisals, Immigration Minister Marco Mendicino said on Friday. As the Taliban continues to take over more of Afghanistan, many more Afghans' lives are under increasing threat, he said. Defense Minister Harjit Sarjan said some Canadian special forces were in Afghanistan taking part in the relocation effort but gave no details. Canada's new plan would focus on those who are particularly vulnerable, including women leaders, human rights defenders, reporters, persecuted religious minorities and members of the gay and lesbian community, Mendicino said. It covers both people who want to leave Afghanistan and those already in neighboring countries. The Taliban have seized Afghanistan's second and third biggest cities as resistance from government forces crumbled.
This post received a score of 9,700, with an upvote ratio of 95%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
I'm thinking Afghan women should be accepted as refugees across the board at this point. It's going to be a humanitarian nightmare.
100% in agreement with you. Women have no right to education, jobs or even healthcare under the Taliban.
An Afghan girl named Bibi Aisha was promised to a new family through a tribal method of solving disputes known as Baad. When she fled the violence girls often suffer under Baad, her new family found her, and a Taliban commander ordered her to be punished as an example, lest other girls in the village try to do the same thing. 30. Her ears and nose were cut off and she was left for dead in the mountains, but survived. Fuck.
The fuck? I honestly have no other words.
I saw today in the national news Spain is accepting all families of Afghans that had any relation with translators or local helpers to embassy personnel or our army and will give them nationality and a place in Spain. I guess at least it's something.
Every NATO power that was involved in Afghanistan is facing the same issue. The problem is that it's very hard to determine exactly who these people are and who their families are in the period of time allotted. I mean, any relation with translators or local helpers to embassy personnel or our army, to me sounds like such an overly broad category that untold number could apply. Entire extended families would fall into that category. I can't imagine that being the goal.
The article doesn't say, how can I get in touch with someone who can help? Someone I know is trapped in Kabul with his family. He has a student visa and can return to Canada, but doesn't want to leave his family in limbo. They are awaiting visa approvals but the procedure is ongoing and may never come. How can it be expedited? What can they do?
Adding to the other commenter's suggestion, if your MP doesn't get back to you in short order, call up media stations, so long as that is safe and won't risk further jeopardizing your friend and his family. Local branches of national media are always looking for the human angle of distant conflicts, and would likely provide leverage, which yes, is gross, but it is what it is.
Good, the female leaders, indeed any woman who wants to leave there, should be removed. The future is darker for women living there.
Nor do Canadian women owe them any cultural, normative deference they may have expected. It can be hard at first, especially with things like eye contact, dress, talking back, women's rights, children's rights, religious right vs practice, eating customs, etc. I sometimes find the culture shock really difficult for some men and boys. Boys especially in school when they aren't used to having a woman in charge, having to listen to a woman.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.